I don't think watch people, the ones that are deep down in the trenches of the watch world, really understand what the general public thinks about watches. I deal so much with non-watch people, especially over in my other world of video games. And they are constantly sending me links and clips to watches they find online or they see on Instagram or something, wanting me to check them out and hear my opinion about them. They know I like watches, they want to share it with me. But the things they send me are like nothing I've ever seen. It's almost never like what I would call normal. They send me links to stuff like the Seiko metronome watch, or like the Invicta comic book collaborations that they do with DC Comics and stuff. Like 100 people sent me links to this watch that has like a bicycle chain gear snake running through the freaking dial. Everybody sent that to me because they're like, that's awesome. Is it? I'll send them something like a link to the Elangenzona Zweitwerk, which I think is the most beautiful and cool watch of all time. And they're just like, oh yeah, man, that's cool. They don't get it. It's very meh to them. It's nothing special. Like, what? Okay, cool, it's a watch. But the freaking Invicta Venom Joker watch is the coolest. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm just shocked by it. I don't understand. It's like there are two totally different watch worlds out there, and never the twain should meet. It's like they don't know the other one exists. One is catered to history, craftsmanship, design, heritage. The other is a confetti party cannon on an MMA-themed cruise to freaking Douchebag Island. I hate to say it, but that's the feeling it evokes. And I have a theory about all of this. It might as well be a scientific fact because I think I'm right, as one tends to do about their own, harebrained ideas. Now that smartwatches and phones are just readily available, a large percentage of people don't see watches as watches anymore. They don't see them as tools for telling time. They see them as personality statements. The watch is an outward example of your personality. Like a band t-shirt. If you wear a Cradle of Filth t-shirt, you're presenting a certain persona about yourself. If you wear a Garth Brooks t-shirt, well, you're presenting something totally different. A lot of these watches fall into a more of a artistic category than they fall into a tool category. A lot of this art's really tacky art. like a lot of it is, man. It's awful. The things people are wearing on their wrists to represent who they are, I mean, it makes me kind of not want to hang out with them because there's only so many times I can go to the Cheesecake Factory and order bottomless margaritas on a Thursday night, okay? We've all been there, but it's not a trip I'm ready to take daily. But it feels like the guy wearing the freaking Invicta Batman watch. That's their MO. And I don't want to talk down on all these artistic watches because there is an upper echelon of these that are real art. They're more sophisticated, they are well thought out, well designed, and well built. It's tasteful, but it's still very much like, this watch is a statement of who I am and what I believe in, more than like, I need to be able to see what I'm doing in this oil rig, okay? Those are two different things. But it's still a whole area of watches I haven't experienced too much, and it's something I've wanted to try out, to see how I feel about it. I'm a watches are a tool kind of guy. So to see some like crazy watch, it's a real stretch for me. I'm usually not too enthusiastic about them. But today we're gonna do that. I've been trying one out. I've got it on right now and it's a watch I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about because it was the GPHG award winner, which is like winning Picture of the Year at the Academy Awards, but for watches. And it's the latest version of the Ciga Design's Blue Planet 2. Ciga Designs reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to review this watch. I don't know why they would do that, but they totally did, and I'm thankful they thought so highly of me. They didn't ask me to say anything, they didn't make me sign a contract, I didn't have to agree to anything at all other than just making a video about their watch. But they told me to keep it, so that makes this a freaking sponsored video, okay? It's sponsored. They can sponsor my time, but they cannot sponsor my opinion. My opinions are my own. They cannot be bought, and I will not say anything I don't think is true. I will not fail to overlook any blemish or flaw I see. I will tell you exactly what I think about this watch. I do this channel for fun. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, and I'm not going to. But I know there's been a lot of controversy out in the watch world with people taking watches for free and getting them for free, and their opinion being, you know, we'll say tainted. So I took this watch with me to a video game convention where I showed it to a bunch of just random people out in the public, which I've never seen anybody ever do on a watch review. And I got their reactions and filmed it live. And those reactions will be interspersed throughout my review, so you can see if what they think contradicts with what I say and how they feel about it. So it really is an unbiased review. If you think I'm wrong, maybe you think they're right, or vice versa. Now this is the 43mm titanium version of this watch. There is a larger version, some of them are made in stainless steel, and this one features the Atlantic Ocean, which I didn't realize there are different versions of the watch that you can buy based on where you are in the world. I live in the southeastern United States, so I've got the Gulf right there on this. I love that. If you live in Asia, you can have Asia featured on this, which is a really cool idea. It contains a Miyota automatic movement, which is pretty decent. I don't remember which one, but it's pretty much a workhorse from what I can remember. And the watch retails for $1,399. So I just wanted to see your reaction on this watch. First time seeing it, okay? What do you think of this?
Man, it's almost as nice as my my Casio with the calculator built in.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost, but
almost.
it's close. It's really close, actually. It's sick. It's really, really nice.
That won the GPHG award. That's like the Academy Awards for best watch every year.
Design. I mean, obviously you've done this, right?
Yeah, they've seen it.
You gotta get some footage of that.
Yeah.
There.
It's cool, so
It's
check
so
it out.
shiny.
How much do you think this watch costs?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna say 10 grand.
10 grand? That's a good answer.
Which is gonna be low. What's the actual?
Less than 1,500.
Really?
Yeah.
I might get a watch.
It comes on this really nice rubber strap with a freaking awesome deployant clasp. I like the quality of it. It feels good on the wrist. And I have to say, this is my first time ever owning a titanium watch of this size. In terms of wearing it, it's like you're not really wearing anything at all. It's an extremely comfortable watch. I have no negatives about that at all. It's so light, it doesn't really slide around and it stays in place. And because of the shape of it, it wears a lot smaller than it actually is. What's your reaction of this watch?
That's really cool.
You like that?
I like it.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is.
How much do you think that watch costs?
5 grand?
5 grand? Less than 1,500.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool watch.
It's a cool watch.
Yeah,
It really
dude.
is.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, the most striking feature about this watch is the laser cut globe. They didn't say laser cut, but I don't know what other technology exists in this universe that could do this other than a laser. So that's just what I'm going to say. The Ocean has this metal flake coating to it. I don't know if it's paint or if it's like an epoxy resin or something like that, but it looks beautiful. It has some nice depth to it, and the whole detail on this globe is just incredible. I mean, it is awe-inspiring. It sits under a highly domed sapphire crystal that really accentuates the, I don't know, the topography-themed design. You can make out mountains and valleys and rivers and all the tons of micro features that remind you of a globe. You know, like when you were a kid and you were fascinated by spinning a globe and you would spin it and point to where you're going to travel on the map. It evokes that sort of feeling, which is something I haven't felt in a long time. I'm fascinated at looking at it. What makes this watch unique, though, is the way you read it. The globe rotates clockwise, and the compass is the only hand on the entire watch. The outer ring is stationary, and it's just like a standard clock. 12 o'clock at the 12 o'clock position, 6 o'clock at the 6 o'clock position. The inner ring between that and the globe is the minutes ring, and the compass on the globe points to the hours and minutes simultaneously. You read both of them with essentially one hand, which is, that's genius engineering. How did nobody ever do that before this? I think that's probably why they won like the GPHG award. Like, that's such a crazy idea. And I would love for them to make like a basic, normal, standard everyday watch that uses this same sort of technology because I absolutely love it. Super cool. What do you think just about this watch?
All right, let's see.
Ready?
Yeah. My honest opinion, it reminds me of Carmen Sandiego.
Bunch of Carmen Sandiego because of the globe?
Yeah.
Yeah, globe trotting.
Yeah.
Do you think that that is a good looking watch?
Yes, 100%. It's a great looking watch.
How much do you think that watch costs?
100-ish?
100-ish?
100-ish.
Okay. Very interesting.
That's what I would guesstimate.
The last guess was 10,000. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's about $1,500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So not terrible. Now I've seen a bunch of reviews of this watch, like well long back when it first came out. But what everybody failed to do was mention those number rings with the hours and minutes in detail. These aren't printed. They are 3D. The numbers and the little dashes stand up, and it looks like hundreds of tiny applied markers. But that's literally impossible. That can't be done. No human or machine in the world is accurate enough to do that. So these have to be laser cut or like CNC'd by some freaking miracle machine that exists somewhere. But if they are, if this is machined, and it has to be, it is the most impressive machining I have ever seen. Because the finish on these little number rings, the detail is insane. Up close, the detail on this watch is one of the most shockingly impressive things technologically I've ever seen. I wouldn't have said it was even possible till I saw this watch. And I'm a scientist. I've seen some crazy crap. The tolerances on this, I'm blown away by it, okay? I'm just blown away with it. I love the engineering behind this watch, and I love the concept and the way it works with the one hand. But the truth is, I can't read the time on it. I can't read the numbers. If you catch them in the right light, in the right way, you can see them. But the fact that they're primarily on black dials makes it really challenging. I'm under studio lights right now, and you can see this light like radiating as I turn them. There are bevels there that will catch the light if you do it right, but it is very small. It is not an easy watch to read, which means it's essentially kind of eliminated from being a tool watch. This is not a tool watch. This is squarely in that watches as art category.
I love that watch.
You love it?
Yes.
How much do you think that watch goes for?
Probably thousands.
Thousands? How many? Give me a ballpark. Give me a solid number, just so I can put it in the video.
10,000.
10,000? That watch is less than $1,500.
Are you serious?
Yep. People like to say that something is not a sum of its parts. I don't feel that way. I think things are a sum of their parts. Let's break down this watch in all its little categories and see where it really excels. The engineering of this and the concept and all of it is awe-inspiring. No one has ever done anything before like this. And the one hand with the inner rotating bezel and all that is unbelievably cool. I would love to see what else can be done in the watch world with this design, because I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. Absolutely awe-inspiring. It is so cool. As for the styling of the watch, the globe concept is really cool, and I like it and I appreciate it, and I like the finishing on it. But just the roundness of everything with the globe and the round case and the very domed sapphire and all that, it's just not personally for me. The style of it isn't necessarily something I would think is really cool. I'm not the kind of guy to hang up like posters of the earth in his room when he's a teenager. So I'm not saying it's a bad design. I just feel like it kind of eliminates it from a daily wear watch, and it's a when you're feeling whimsical kind of watch. So for the styling of it, for me, I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. Let's talk about the finishing or the quality of the watch. Not to mince words, but it's mesmerizing. I find myself just staring at it and looking at all the nooks and crannies and like those numbers on the bevels and all. It's just, I've never really seen anything like it. The finishing on it is perfect. The cuts on it are perfect. The globe feels separate from those. It's perfect. The domed sapphire feels separate from that. It feels like an atmosphere. It's like its own thing. Everything is well done and it all works together, but it doesn't feel integrated to me. Like it doesn't feel cohesive, but it just feels very strange when you're not used to that. I don't think it was poorly designed. I think it was very accurately done. But it feels like I'm looking down at the most perfectly cut carrots you have ever seen sitting next to the most delicious broth you've ever seen. And I'm thinking to myself, what would this be like if those carrots were in that broth? If this was a carrot stew?
What the hell did you just say?
And in terms of wearability, this is probably one of the most comfortable watches I've ever worn in my life. It's a 10 out of 10, it's extremely comfortable. But that brings us to the usefulness of this watch. Using this as a watch, which is what it is not very practical. It's so hard to read with the design choices they made that it almost makes it not a watch. I believe Andy Warhol said that when art loses its integrity, it no longer is what it was designed to be. And I'm paraphrasing that. Like when you go to a fashion show and it's a lot of high couture design, crazy stuff like dresses with light bulbs on them and handlebars and stuff. Like, that's cool for art, but it's no longer clothing because you can't wear it. This watch is drifting into that territory. To me, it's not really a watch. It's a piece of art you wear on your wrist that is using a watch as its mode of expression. So as a tool, as a watch, I'd have to give it like a 4 out of 10. For me, this is a sometimes watch that I really love. I am blown away with the engineering on it, but it's not something I would wear daily. But I would look forward to wearing it on special occasions, like going to the zoo with my family. But we don't just wear watches for ourselves, a lot of times we wear them for other people. How would this watch impress somebody who knows nothing about watches? Well, you saw it yourself. Almost none of those people knew anything about watches, and they all loved it. Well, thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. If you'd like to do that for me, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, hit that bell so you know when my videos come out, and give me a like. That really helps me in the YouTube algorithm. I couldn't do this without you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.